Today we take on the Pewter Gym, and there's no puzzle here, only one underling, and it doesn't look like I'm light years away from facing Brock on this one. And yeah, in the end I decided on the third move for my Lugia, and it's gonna be Surf. I decided that it gave me more worthy type coverage than Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, and oh wow, he spent like an hour promoting how good rock types are, and then he goes and uses a ground type. Granted, it's a rather defensive ground type, but come on, at least use the Pokemon that you say you use. Oh yeah, and I gave the vitamins that I had already obtained to both Lugia and Hu. I shared it between the two because, well, I haven't used either. I thought maybe I would have gained a few levels with Hu by that time, but it didn't turn out that way, so I gave some vitamins to both. And by the way, I have both of them in my party right now because of that, but I don't think I'm going to be using any other HMs than Fly and Surf for a little while, so I'm going to get my HM slaves back into my party a bit later on when I'm going to need them. So it's time for Gym Battle 11 against Brock, and who's he starting out with? Graveler? You mean he hasn't evolved it yet? Come on, we're so late in the game and I'm facing a gym leader with a Graveler? Are you kidding me? I know Suicune would make just as short work of a Golem, but come on, you call yourself a gym leader? Well, no matter, the rest of his team is probably going to be better, and Kabutops, so that means I'm gonna send out Raikou. It's kind of odd, you know, that I'm using an electric type to use an electric move on a gym that is best known for giving an impossible time to electric types. Yellow players will know what I mean. You simply can't win there with Pikachu. And there we go. Kabutops is down in one hit, not that it posed much of a threat. I don't think it had anything to really hit my Raikou hard, and Rhyhorn! Yeah, another unevolved Pokemon. What the hell? Evolve your team, goddammit! I guess this is what happens when you hang out with Ash for too long. And obviously, if I could take on the Graveler, surely the Rhyhorn will go down in one hit as well. But come on, if it were a level 81 Rhyhorn, I think I would have still won in the exact same fashion. At least evolve your Pokemon, show some dignity! Alright, so the next one is Omastar, another Rockwater. Yeah, great type variety there. You've got Rock Ground, Rockwater, Rock Ground, Rockwater, and the last one I think is a Steelix. And he should at least have used an Aerodactyl for, you know, extra typing. Onix? Are you shitting me? He didn't even evolve his Onix? And what level is it now? 44. Yeah. It's his highest level Pokemon at that, and if you hadn't noticed, Surge and Sabrina had higher levels than that as well, and this guy has 3 not fully evolved Pokemon. That is such a shame. I mean, Onix completely sucks. Steelix is a lot better, even though it's not a rock type, but come on, he already had 2 other rock grounds, no matter how you slice it. So he could at least have evolved his Onix, stupid. Yay! Boulder Badge! Yes, it almost looked like a regular trainer battle there because of your stupid piece of shit of a team. And I'm wondering who would be better between Jasmine's Steelix and Brock's Onix. There's a 9-level difference between the two, but my money would still go to Steelix because, well, there's such a huge difference in stats and typing between the two that, come on, I fought that Steelix 60-some videos ago, and I'm still fighting gym leaders with much worse Pokemon than that one. Anyway, now that our business in Pewter City is done, my next destination is going to be Viridian City for one very good reason. I want to fight Cal as early as possible so that I can then fight him day after day after day after day to build up my experience, because he's got a 3 level 50 Pokemon, all the fully evolved forms of the Johto starters, so that's some pretty decent experience to gain every day right there. So that's why I want to get it out of the way as soon as possible. And by the way, I'd like to apologize for something I said yesterday about the Pokewalker event that involves a Torchic. It was, I think I said it before. No, I think I said it during the battle with Lugia, because it was dragging on and on and on, so I started talking about it eventually. That's how long it was. Well, even though it took only 10 minutes, I've seen a lot of people struggle so much that it takes like 30 minutes, an hour even. So I should still count myself lucky, and thank goodness it didn't have pressure just yet. Else it would have been a lot more complicated. I think it would have drained my whole Hypnosis PP had it had pressure on top of that. But yeah, back to the Pokewalker event. I implied that it was a Wi-Fi event, but no, you gotta go to Pokemon centers in Japan to download the course that has Torchic in it. So, yeah, I apologize for that. I don't know if it's gonna be a Toys R Us event in North America, maybe, but regardless, it's not by Wi-Fi, so if you want to pick a Torchic in, I think it's Saffron, then feel free to do so. And this, as you can, if you remember, this is like a small-scale replica of a Viridian Forest, except with no grass, no trainers, and it's, of course, a whole lot smaller. Thank goodness they brought Viridian Forest back in its full glory in Hard Gold and Soul Silver, because seriously, that was just horribly lame. This guy just asked, why don't girls like bug Pokemon? Well, that applies to real life as well. There aren't many guys where I work, it's a lot of girls, and they are rather scared of spiders for the most part. So at one point I came in and there was like a spider crawling around the room, and so they were all scared. They didn't dare to do anything to it. Me, I take a Kleenex, I pick it up, and I throw it into the trash can. Not after squeezing it to kill it, because I honestly hate insects of all kinds, and there's nothing that makes me happier than, oh God, oh dear God! And here I said that I wouldn't need any other HMs than Fly and Surf for a while. Well, so much for that. So I guess we're gonna have to come back here in the next video once I picked up my HM slaves to see what's in there. I think there's an item, there's a house as well, so we're gonna have to do this, but it's gonna be done eventually, probably in the next video. But yeah, squishing insects with a fly swatter is surprisingly enjoyable. I just hate the little pests and how they fly around and annoy you and buzz at you and sting you sometimes, depending on which insect it is. And they're just nuisance overall. Of course, I know better than to try and take on a whole beehive, but when insects are on their own, they're a lot less likely to strike that. Unless they're wasps, of course, because, well, I wouldn't take a wasp one-on-one either, because I'd get my ass kicked if I miss my first attempt at squashing it with a fly swatter. So, are we there yet? Are we at Viridian? Yep, it does definitely look like it. Anyway, yesterday when I went to catch Lugia, I wasn't aware that we were Friday the 13th. Now I'm not superstitious one bit, but maybe after what happened yesterday, I'm gonna start being a bit superstitious, because seriously, I haven't had such trouble catching a legendary for a long, long time. And let me tell you, I'm not looking forward to having to catch Kyogre and Groudon, because they both have rest, they both have a one-hit KO move. Oh, this is going to be such fun. And Kyogre has the added fun of Double Edge Recoil Suicide and the Hydro Pump powered up by Stab and Permanent Rain. Wonderful. Thankfully, it's not something that's coming soon, it's still really far away. So next time we're going to keep exploring Viridian City and fight Cal.